My name is Debbie Harper. I'm Curator of Education here at Winterthur Museum, Garden and Library. A primary part of my responsibility is to create our annual holiday tour called Yuletide at Winterthur. And one of the favorite things of mine associated with the Yuletide season is brand new this year, but destined to become a holiday tradition. It is this exquisite dollhouse. The dollhouse was custom built in 1985 in England to the specifications of its original owner. Her name was Nancy McDaniel. She lived in Connecticut. She was an interior designer and a philanthropist, and she spent 30 years putting together this dollhouse in exquisite miniature perfection. One of the things I love about Nancy's interiors is how they parallel H.F. du Pont's design aesthetic here at Winterthur. Both Mr. du Pont and Nancy created incredibly holistic room settings. There is no focal point, there is no one object that overwhelms the display. And that frees the eye to wander around the room and see all the wonderful treasures that each room contains. One of the treasures in Nancy's house, for example, would be her collection of silver. Often great doll houses tell stories about the lives of their owners. That's really typical, and that's true in this house as well. Nancy collected silver. And so it's not surprising that she has over 130 pieces of sterling silver in this dollhouse, many of the objects recreating things that she had in her home. There's also a portrait of Nancy McDaniel, so people can enjoy that. That was an addition to the house that her husband asked us to put in here. It was done by a friend of hers, and she never put it in the house because she felt that was kind of too self-promotional. But when her husband donated the house to Winterthur, he asked that we hang it in the dining room so everyone could see the lady of the manor. Another special image in the house is a miniature engraving that Nancy acquired, and she got it just for the look. It worked with her dollhouse. When we were putting the house together for display here at Winterthur, however, we noticed on the back an engraving that says Admiral Samuel Francis du Pont, circa 1860. Well, Samuel Francis du Pont was an ancestor of Henry Francis du Pont. And so we feel that maybe this house was destined to be at Winterthur because it has that very personal connection for us. Nancy loved to share this house with family and friends. They would go to miniature shows together, they would work on the house together, and it was a point of conviviality for them, a point of connection. I love to see how visitors to Winterthur come and see this dollhouse and they start talking, they start making connections. They talk about their own collections, they talk about dollhouses they've known. And I hope you will come soon and see this dollhouse and start making those connections for yourself.